Oh yes, for some of us it's a daily routine and one we rarely look forward to. Stepping on the scale can be painful, especially when we want the numbers to drop.
Yeah, if they're going the wrong direction, not so good. Well, did you know that how well you sleep can have a direct effect on your ability to lose weight?
Angela Miller joins us this morning from the Sleep Wellness Institute with more on that. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Did you get a good night's sleep last night?
Yes, I did.
Fantastic. What does sleep have to do with losing weight?
Well, if you look at sleep deprivation, basically the lack of sleep, what happens is when you sleep at night, your body controls certain hormones, and those hormones are called leptin and ghrelin, and that helps to control your appetite and when you feel full. And when you're chronically sleep deprived, those hormones are very difficult to control, and you tend to feel hungry all the time. It's hard to tell when you're full. You just keep eating.
They kind of get out of whack, sort of.
That's correct. That's correct.
And
yes.
over time, what happens?
You put on weight. During the day, you feel more hungry, so you're going to go for the quick fix, the high-calorie foods, high fat, high sugar, and over time, that's going to add up.
A lot of people right now are making New Year's resolutions. You know, 2008 is almost upon us now. For a lot of people, that means losing weight or getting more, physically active and those kinds of things. But it seems like looking at your sleep would not be something that would come to mind. Like if you think, oh, I'm not able to lose weight because of this and that, a lot of people wouldn't say, oh, I'm not getting the right amount of sleep or I'm not getting good sleep.
Yes, most adults need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, and very rarely do they ever get that. Most people say, yeah, I can get by on 5 hours.
Yeah.
I do just fine. And that's not true. Over time, you're going to build up this sleep debt, and you're going to be chronically sleep deprived. You'll start to feel fatigued. You're going to be sleepy during the day. It's really hard to engage in physical activity.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So is this something that goes along with sleep apnea? Because we've talked a lot about sleep apnea on the show, and mainly in regards to men. But it also affects women too, right?
Yes, it affects very many women. It's something that you think of as a disease that affects only men. That's what's been in the media. That's what the attention is paid to. But it can affect women. Factors that cause sleep apnea are weight. So as you put on more weight, you're going to have more pressure putting on your airway at night. If you have a small airway to begin with, or large tonsils, large tongue, that all can block your airway at night too.
And what about for someone who has sleep apnea, if it goes untreated, they're going to have even more difficulty losing weight, right? So the key is probably if you suspect that you might have it, go in and get tested.
That's true. It's kind of like a vicious cycle. Every time you go through your sleep at night, you're stopping breathing so many times that your sleep is not restful. It's very fragmented, and then it adds to the same effects as sleep deprivation.
Mm-hmm. Who would be the typical type of person that you see at the Sleep and Wellness Institute?
Typically, weight is the issue. Someone who's overweight, especially if you tend to gain weight around your stomachs and around your necks, and that's what men typically do until you get to menopause, and then women start to gain weight in the same pattern. Mm-hmm. So that's our typical patient.
And do you find that men, you say, it's like what comes first? Is it the weight gain and so they have sleep apnea, or do they have sleep apnea and that causes someone to gain weight?
It could be either or. I mean, if you have someone who has a small airway and giant tonsils, they're going to be at higher risk for sleep apnea. They may start to put on weight. Or you have someone who starts to gain weight, that's putting pressure on their airway, causing sleep apnea.
Okay.
And it just gets worse.
Do you have a client or clients that come to mind that just have had a great success story, not only with getting a good night's sleep, but also they've lost a lot of weight?
Yes, I've had quite a few patients that come in there. We've identified their sleep disorder. We tested them. We treat them with CPAP, which is continuous positive airway pressure. It's a mask you sleep with at night to hold your airway open. And their sleep then becomes restful. They feel great. They have more energy during the day. I had a couple patients where 6 months later I'll see them and they've lost 30, 40 pounds.
Wow.
Just because they're getting a good night's sleep.
Yes.
And that's incredible.
They start walking again. They start exercising.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. You know, if someone has restful sleep at night and they're maybe getting more hours of sleep at night, they're going to feel more like exercising because they're not so exhausted during the day. So that again is one of those what comes first kinds of things.
Yep.
But then they're probably more likely to exercise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which also is good for probably sleep apnea and getting a good night's sleep.
And is the treatment the same for men and women wearing the mask when they sleep? Is that the treatment?
It's one of the best treatments. It treats any severity of sleep apnea. And then with that, we hope that they will start to lose weight, which will definitely decrease the severity and sometimes even cure it.
Is there a way that people can know if they have sleep apnea? I know that you need to be diagnosed and treated, but what are some signs that someone may have sleep apnea?
Well, the hallmark condition is excessive daytime sleepiness. They're tired, they're fatigued during the day, and they've been told they snore at night. Their bed partners may have heard them stop breathing or choking or gasping in their sleep. Sometimes people's symptoms are more vague, though, especially in women. You'll see they complain of restlessness at night, or they wake up and their heart's racing, they have palpitations. So their complaints are more of insomnia, and they may have feelings where they say, I don't feel very good during the day, I'm depressed, and this can be misread as depression or anxiety disorder versus an actual sleep problem.
Interesting.
Or just, I'm stressed, I'm not getting a good night's sleep.
Exactly.
But that may be the typical person that needs to come in and see you, Angela. Thank you so much for being here and talking to us
good
about
information.
that. Yeah, absolutely. Something else to help us out in 2008, if you're interested maybe in losing weight, sleeping better, go to their website, sleepwellandlive.com.
I like that.
Or give them a call, 414-336-3000. The Sleep Wellness Institute is located in West Dallas.